Yep, believe it or not, there is even black history here. I took a side trip to Shaniko in Wasco County. It's only 35 miles from Madras, but feels like the set of a Hollywood Western. Many buildings here date back to the turn of the 20th century, when Shaniko was the wool capital of the world. Those days are long gone, but Shaniko isn't quite a ghost town. About 20 people still call this town home. From the 1980s through the early 2000s, one of this town's few residents was Booker T. Pannell. Booker was a colorful character with a unique life story. He left Louisiana at age 17 to work in the shipyards of Bremerton, Washington during World War II. He spent 5 years in the Army after that, then moved to Chemolt, Oregon near Crater Lake to work for Southern Pacific Railroad. He started out as a gandy dancer, laying track. 12 years later, Booker was the assistant section foreman, where he oversaw rail operations within a 100-mile radius of Klamath Falls. Booker moved to Portland in the 1960s, where he opened a detail business. In 1985, Booker was headed for Antelope, Oregon to find the Rajneeshis, and maybe a good place to go fishing. He got lost and wound up in Shaniko. The town impressed him, and he returned often. The locals especially loved his famous barbecued ribs. A few years later, Booker retired and moved to Shaniko permanently. He opened an antique store called This Old House, and his custom Pontiac Bonneville was a familiar sight in the annual Shaniko Days parade. In 2002, Shaniko residents elected Booker T. mayor. This made him only the second black person ever elected mayor of an Oregon town. He would serve in that role until shortly before his death in 2005. Everyone I met in Shaniko was really welcoming, and some even remembered Booker T. I'll certainly remember my trip to this cool, high desert town.